We've got some new clips of major Democratic voices sounding off on Donald Trump and Gretchen Whitmer and Josh Shapiro, both of whom do a great job of explaining his weaknesses and levying attacks against him and the MAGA party. I'm still holding out for a Tim Walz pick for VP over Shapiro, but nonetheless, I want to look at a few of these and analyze what they had to say. Quick break from the video. I am very excited to announce for anyone who enjoys the content and would love to help the channel, we have memberships available for as low as $3 a month. I mean, the only way we become a society is together, right? For just $3 a month, you can tremendously aid us in growing and putting out increasingly more engaging content. If you would like to find out more about that, including the exclusive perks that memberships get, including members only posts, getting videos early, I will leave a link to that in the description. Thank you very much for all the support, and back to the video.
Vice President Harris has dedicated decades of her life to public service. As district attorney, she put crooks and sex offenders behind bars. And it makes me think maybe that's why Donald Trump's so scared of her.
As Francesca said on Piers, Trump's kryptonite is black female prosecutors, and he knows he's running into a brick wall with Kamala, who will be able to prosecute his crimes in real time in front of a live audience or whoever's watching, and he has less avenues of attacks against her, which forces him to run on his record if they were to debate or have any public speeches, anything as the campaign rolls on. That's going to become more important. He can't fall back on Dementia Joe anymore, which is, his record is one of a failing one, and I am sure that Kamala locking up guys just like him, criminal sex offenders, only adds to that very long list of reasons that he wants to avoid her as long as he possibly can.
Kamala Harris has more experience than the Trump-Vance ticket combined. Between the two of those dudes, they only have 5.5 years, and it's not public service, it's self-service that they're in the business of. So our vice president is tough. She's experienced and she is ready, and she knows the job is not finished. That's why she's going to keep fighting for policies that make it easier for us to raise families. She'll keep fighting to lower costs and create more good-paying jobs. She'll keep fighting to protect our fundamental freedoms. And she will get it done because that's who she is.
Donald Trump never did any bit of public service before running for office. He bankrupted businesses, attacked unions, and sexually assaulted women, while Kamala has given years, decades to public service, doing so on every level, local, state, federal, and in multiple different kinds of positions, all encompassing the job in which is in front of her now as president, mainly as a prosecutor, but a senator and VP as well. And JD Vance is what, a one-year senator with no experience beforehand who was literally picked for VP because of his ties to tech billionaires? It's almost laughable that the side who says DEI hires are wrong because it overlooks more qualified candidates are about to vote for a ticket with less combined experiences and qualifications as one half of the other. It's almost like qualifications don't matter to them and it's just a race thing.
You know how I know this? Because he's afraid to debate her now. Do you see that? And it's not just because she's a skilled debater and a courtroom prosecutor who knows how to make the case. He's afraid to debate her because he can't defend his record. He's afraid to debate her because she knows the truth about how he failed as a president when he had the keys to the White House 4 years ago.
Trump failed on delivering on almost every promise he made during his presidency, even while the Republicans controlled the House and Senate for 2 years. He promised infrastructure and failed. He promised a wall that Mexico would pay for and failed. He promised an Obamacare replacement and failed. He promised 6% GDP growth and failed before COVID and after COVID. He promised manufacturing surges. We had a manufacturing recession. He promised an astounding amount of job creations. He lost jobs. But you know what he did did succeed on, cutting taxes for his billionaire buddies and corporations. That alone should show you where his priorities lie, and it also leaves him with an indefensible record. While Harris has been part of the most legislatively successful administration in our lifetime, they signed more bipartisan bills, Democrats and Republicans signing on, than Trump did total, even while controlling the House and Senate. They signed a total of 7 bills to his 1. It's not even close. They had the most climate change investment in history, record investment into black colleges, the infrastructure that Trump promised and didn't deliver. They cut child poverty in half like that. The first gun legislation that we've seen since I was in elementary school. These are major wins, and with Trump's main attack of Dementia Joe not being a playing card that he can use anymore, now that he is the bumbling old delusional man in the race, it leaves him in a comparison that he knows he will always get the short end of the stick on. So he will continue to try to avoid her as long as possible, try to hope that he can dig up some dirt or get something that he can use against her that won't just diminish his own appearance or how he's looking and trying to run this campaign. And then he'll try to debate her in the most favorable arena for himself that he can find. I guarantee he demands it be on Fox News with like Sean Hannity moderating or something. But the issue is, Trump is leveled out as a candidate in terms of the support you could expect. You know what kind of candidacy he's going to bring to the election in November. He's not going to move much more up or down. He has terrible unfavorability. 62% of voters think he's mentally unfit. He's the oldest nominee ever for presidency, while there's nothing but excitement and upward movement for the Kamala Harris campaign to make. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.